What is your beef? All right, I'm going to go back to the old format. I am not starting with your phone calls. I'm starting with your social media beef. Van Smack, I have beef with TV news this time of year. Every year around this time, they tell us record numbers of people are traveling and how much the Thanksgiving dinner cost this year. Great reporting, Sherlock. People travel to see family, and things get more expensive every year. How about you break some news on the grass being green, the sky blue, and Parody Larry being on hold? Happy Thanksgiving to Rome, the XR4TI, and the Jungle, Mark in parts unknown. It's a good start. I like this guy. Dear Jim, my beef. Okay, now remember, you can tell already, it doesn't have to be about your favorite team or the team you hate most or sports at all. It can be about anything you want. Dear Jim, my beef is with everyone who shops at Costco except me. A trip to Costco requires extensive pre-planning with military-style execution. Dragging all of your kids there is bogging down the operation and is no different than letting them play on the freeway. Also, stopping for every free sample from here to the door is not within mission parameters. Get in there, rescue the hostages, and get out. War fully insured shopping carts. Scott in Anaheim, well done. I like that. Mr. Rome, I have a beef with my sister. She's 25 years old and never got her driver's license. Anytime we have to go home for the holidays, I'm always signed up without even a simple please to cart her home. She dictates when we leave. She picks the music. We have to stop and get what she wants to eat, but you know what she doesn't do? Cough up any gas money. Lyle in Pittsburgh, dude, that sucks. That is legitimate beef. I mean, like, legitimate family beef. I feel you. Dear Jimbo, I've got a beef with Sunglasses Guy. It's nothing but gray clouds and rain on the horizon. Leave your gas station fake Mauis in the console, my dude. Grant in Dallas. It's good to hear from Dallas. I like it. This one is directed to Bean Casserole Master. My beef is with the repulsive pigs who eat the turkey skin alone.
You pig.
Years back, my father came into the kitchen, scalped the wife's turkey. The wife? Wait, you mean your mom? Years back, my father came into the kitchen, scalped the wife's turkey, walked out with the entire back of skin, a beer, and a salt shaker. The wife was irate. Dad, we know you lived through the Depression. Walked 10 miles to school in 6 feet of snow. Fought the Nazis and ate with Ike, but that was a filthy, disgusting act. Unwar turkeys with no skin. Ron in Colorado. I don't know, dude. I don't find that offensive. Skin's not bad. Unless you take all of it. I mean, is your problem with dad left no skin because you like the skin? Or is your problem the skin is disgusting and that's all he ate and then didn't eat the turkey? Because that's how that reads to me. Alfa Romeo. Dude, that's good. Alfa Romeo. Jan Rome had an Alfa Romeo back in the day. So let me digress really quickly. So when I'm growing up, my dad, J. Rome, my Boston side, never ever wanted a nice rig. Never wanted a nice whip. Was all about the American whips. Nothing wrong with American cars. But I'll never forget my dad. He would always say, who do I have to impress? I've got nobody to impress. I'm like, Dad, you own the business. You have a nice life. You got a few bucks in the bank. You know, maybe you upgrade that Oldsmobile. It's not a great look. He's like, why don't you wake the hell up? Who do I have to impress? That was my dad, which I had profound respect for now that I know what he was talking about. My mom, on the other hand, now Jan likes sports cars. Jan likes sports cars. So whereas he never drove anything other than a Buick or an Oldsmobile, Jan liked to get nice. Jan had Porsches. Jan had a 240Z when that was a badass car. And Jan had an Alfa Romeo. That was a piece of crap, man. Beautiful car, but she had a lemon. That thing, that was always in the shop. The Alfa. Always. I mean, that's like on par with the XR4 Ti, her Alfa Romeo. So that's why I'm laughing at this guy addressing it to Alfa Romeo. My beef is with the jackwagons who post no trespassing signs like, we don't dial 911, or I have a shotgun and a backhoe. When did we collectively decide that our stuff required lethal force to protect? I'm just here to deliver your 500 pounds of dog food, and I have to have my head on a swivel just in case your itchy trigger finger doesn't realize I'm the mailman. Chris in Montana, strong. It's a good beef. Mr. Jim Rome, my beef is with adults who still plan out their birthday parties. You're 42 years old. You should not be planning out your birthday 3 months in advance, nor requesting sloppy joes be made. Get out of your childhood room, find a significant other, and grow the hell up, you weirdo. Patrick in Alabama wore the 2023 beef off. Dan Smack. Beef is with a group of people who stand in front of the elevator doors when they open. How the hell do you expect me to get out of the elevator if you're blocking the only exit? Have some common sense and let the people who are already on the elevator exit first, you buttholes. Alvy, cue the butthole montage.
Butthole.
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 Butthole. Butthole.
Scat Wars, Jungle Tourette's, War, Discharging the Judies.
Discharge the Judies.
Brandon in the ABQ. Jim, my beef is with family members who want to host Thanksgiving dinner and can't cook. Just open the can of cranberry sauce, sit your ass down, and leave it to those that know how to cook. Pat in Sacktown. Buster, quote, my beef is people who look at my texts over my shoulder. Hey, losers. If I wanted you to read my text, I would show it to you. Also, that
Loser.
school up north, our team sucks like your coach's smack-off call. Big game. Hey, by the way, Ryan Day, I'm not saying that he has to win that game because he's only lost once to that team up north, but my guy Ryan Day better win that game. Ohio State needs to win that game. He needs to win that game. They need that game.
Tell that clone to get a life.
I'm not even rooting. I'm just saying from Ohio State's standpoint, they best win that game. They're in the shoe. They're big-time favorites. They got beat last year. They need that one. Pimp in the box. My beef is with say that 3 times fast guy. It's so corny. Only Rit and Parody Larry still find that funny. Worst part is when this bag actually proceeds to say said word 3 times fast, and I've got to stand there and try to muster a half smile just to be polite.
Just corny.
Tony in Redwood. Pimp in the box. My beef is with our Wisco white-tailed deer. I understand you can smell my stale Miller beer and bratwurst stained clothes from a mile away, but I managed to drag my fat, hungover ass up this tree in 20-degree weather. The least that you can do is walk slowly past me so I can flinch several times and wing some high-powered ammo above and below you as you gently wander off, at which point I'll get pissed, head back to play cards with the guys who didn't bother waking up. Mike and Wisco, dude, we're not... I'm not about that life. I'm not saying you're wrong to be about that life. I'm just saying I'm not about that life. Don't drag that hour. You mean hour like you and me, our Wisco, or your Wisco? I'm not going to drag ass up into the tree and wait for one of the whitetails to saunter on by. But you can, dude. Your time, your life, your tree. Hey, Van Smack, my beef is actually my wife's beef. Getting angry that I finish show drops before they happen live. She says, insert wife voice, why listen if you already know what's going to happen? War, bench the wife.
Bench the salt.
Hashtag, what's your beef? Haunted Horse, Jim. My beef is with whoever invented green bean casserole. Green beans swimming in cream of mushroom soup. It's on the table. I start to get nauseous. So I turn my head and I look away, but then I get a whiff. It stinks. So gross. It will be waiting for me there tomorrow. That's the leader in the clubhouse. How do I describe what green bean casserole tastes like? I'm normally a wordsmith, but the word's not coming to mind. Oh, yes, it is. Ass. Green bean casserole. I hate that stuff. That's the worst part of Thanksgiving, honestly. Let's try the calls. 1-800-636-8686. We go to Virginia. Mark in Virginia. Mark, what is your beef?
Hey, Hemi. My beef is with my scrambled eggs. I go to make them, and inevitably one of the shells goes rogue on me into the goo. You can't use a fork, so I have to give it the finger and swim around in that goo and fish it out, only to find out after I'm done and they're all soft and chewy, I get something nice and crunchy because another shell has gone camo and hit it under the yolk. Come on, eggshells. Get better.
Come on, eggshells, get better. It's the eggshell's fault. It's the Mark, what's this eggshell doing in my goo? I think the backstroke, sir. It's not the eggshell's fault, dude. 1-800-636-8686. Is there anything easier to cook than scrambled eggs? Jeffrey, where is he? South Carolina? South Carolina, Jeffrey. Good to have you. What's your beef?
Hey, Jim, my beef is with people that's too lazy to get out the car and check their mail when they get off work. Instead, they pull the car right up to the mailbox, blocking traffic and everything else. It's a safety hazard and it's dangerous. Just park the car, get out, check the mail, go about your day.
It's not that hard, right? I'm with you. Jeffrey. 1-800-636-8686. I know this gal has beef. Kathleen in Omaha. Kathleen, what is your beef?
Green Bay, more specifically the athletes who booed Aaron. They are ungrateful chump stains after all Aaron has done. This is how they treat him. I always knew they are unworthy of him. I ought to cleanse their souls in napalm. Aaron needs to lead the land of fat, buzz, pot, gus, stupid old nuts. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw, Kathleen. She obviously thinks that Aaron's handsome. She's very thirsty. She defends all of her men. 1-800-636-8686. Let's go to Austin. Otis in Austin. Otis, my man, what is your beef?
Rome. My beef today is with all these haters who constantly crack on Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I know Jerry's a skinned-up 80-year-old billionaire hillbilly who has a knack for letting his mouth overload his ass. For the last several years in mid-December, Jerry offers up his stadium to allow all the Texas high school football teams to play their state championship games from morning to night for 4 straight days. Jerry spreads a lot of much-needed love and joy to all the kids and parents and fans of Texas high school football and gives them all great memories that last a lifetime. Stop the hate. Double war Jerry Jones. Rack me, Timothy. I'm out.
I'll do it. Rack him.
Rack him.
Otis. in Austin. I like it. Keep it up. We're not there yet. Let's go to Little Rock. John in Little Rock. John, what's going on with your beef?
You want beef? I got beef. You want beef? I got beef with everybody eating turkey. You want a trap for beef? Then you gotta come and jerk me. I mean jerk.
That's not a good call. No. You don't like that call. I don't like that call. Not a very good call.
So John in Little Rock actually tried to go parody in the beef segment, and it almost worked. Until he said the phrase or dropped the lyric, then you got to come and jerk me. That's not okay. At least not on this show. 1-800-636-8686. Let's try NoCal. Garrett, good to have you. Garrett, what's your beef?
Rome, legend. My beef is with all the Raider fans calling for McDaniels to be fired before his first season is over. Morons. It takes a while for a new system to work out the kinks before it runs like a well-oiled machine. Just give it time. For now, bask in the ambience of the crap show that is the 2022 Raiders, but the autumn wind is coming. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm out.
Happy Thanksgiving. All right. There is an optimistic Raider fan saying it's going to be all right. Everybody chill the hell out. Everybody chill the hell out. It's going to be okay. Let's see if there's any other social media worth getting to. Let's see. Susie from Wisco is in. Hey, Jim. I have beef with green bean casserole haters. It is a Midwest comfort food that hails the start of the holidays. Dare I say as much as, if not more than, the lighting of the tree in Times Square. Really? But it tastes like ass, Susie, regardless of what it signifies. Rome, I got to get some Canadian beef in here. Rome, my beef is with the idiots who start braking for a green light 50 feet away, and once it turns yellow, they punch it and they go through, leaving me behind at the red light. What really pisses me off is that we both would have gotten through on the green had they not started braking in the first place. Gary in Calgary. Legit. Rome Slice. Turkey skin is fine. I have a major beef with these savages that eat gizzards and the turkey heart. That will get me to puke on my lap faster than Space Jam 2. Geoff in Lincoln. Greg Lauman, quote, beef is when you use the refrigerator ice dispenser to fill your water bottle and believe that you've captured all the ice in the chute, but no! A lone cube drops to the floor and explodes into 1,000 tiny pieces. That's different. JC in Calgary, my beef is with turkey. The Derek Carr of Thanksgiving main courses. So much pre-meal hype, but never lives up to its potential. War Canada beating Belgium today, and unwar U.S. Americans getting fatter tomorrow. All right, I mean, Canada, you did throw the first punch. It used to be that the, quote, U.S. Americans always started things with you. That guy started it. I don't even want to be that, well, you started it, he started it, she started it. That guy just threw an unprovoked punch by calling us fat. I mean, we are. He's not wrong. Fat. Let's go back to the phones. I kind of like going back and forth. This works best, going back and forth. Let's go to Stockton. Zach in Stockton. Good to have you, Zach. What's your beef?
Hey, Romy, we appreciate the love up here in Sacktown, but my beef is with that bag from Citrus Heights who called in last week trying to put out the fire in us Kings fans after peeling off 5 straight. Hey, bag in Citrus Heights, you heard Cowbell Jim. That's 7 straight, 3 against playoff teams, 1 against the Warriors, the champs. And hey, bag in Citrus Heights, you live in Citrus Heights. That's the city where they send all the homeless when Doco sidewalks get too crowded. We're the Beam Team, 12-4 ATS. We're Cowtown, sniffing the playoffs. For the first time in 17 years, anything is possible!
Rock him, Zach in Stockton. You got that bag in Citrus Heights. You got that bag. It's 7 now. It's 7. I said it. Get the Nets off my TV and put the Kings on. Bag in Citrus Heights. The beef segment. We continue. Let's go to Ogden. Fred in Ogden. Fred, what's your beef?
Hey, what's up, Jim? My beef is I'm a UPS driver, and I get tired of these FedEx Ground and Amazon untrained cooks. I know we get to park in places that people don't, and we still have to have respect for others that's out there. And then when people are nice enough to put candy and drinks out for us, these cooks take the good stuff and one or more before I get to the neighborhood. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Happy Thanksgiving.
My man, happy Thanksgiving. Y'all got that, kooks? It's not for you. Stop it. Stop it, kooks. Those treats were for me. Stop it, kooks. Good job, dude. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. You're going to let this guy through. Why the hell not? It's Thanksgiving. Parody Larry coming through with a beef. Lawrence, what is your beef?
Jim, my beef is with Zach Wilson. You better get your act together. You went and ran your mouth, then played like crap and blamed the weather. You have no freaking clue, so New England went and put you in the ground. Your team is struggling, and the fans are going to run you out of town. I'm sure Roman Big Head will tell it like it is after the Patriots choked you out. Don't go betting on the Jets.
I was going to say, Larry, where's the parody? That's just a bad song that you're making up, like you're rapping, like that's some kind of freeform or improv. But it was a Benny and the Jets parody that he finally got to. I just thought it was just a terrible song that you were making up and just kind of singing out your ass. I'm not ending on that. How could I do that? Let's go to NoCal. Kevin in NoCal. Kevin, good to have you. What's your beef?
My beef is with DoorDash customer where there's absolutely no parking at their apartment complex, and they still make us come up to the 4th, 5th, 6th floor and drop their food off. Get off your lazy and come down and grab the food yourself.
Good point, dude. I feel you. Kevin in NoCal. What are we supposed to do? There's no place to park.
Which doesn't put...
Get your ass down here. Get your food. 1-800-636-8686. Almost done. Not quite yet. Let's go to Buffalo. Margot, what is your beef?
Hello, Rome Mafia. You know, you're always big on phones down, heads up. So for all you travelers out there, wake up, arrive alive, don't text and drive. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all, and go Bills.
Okay, Margot. Goodbye. We done here, Chalk? That was more of an actual public service announcement or an announcement from NHTSA than it was an actual beef, but thank you for that. And we all need to hear that. All right, there is your beef segment. Well done, y'all. Well done.